Um, what's up, y'all? I want to talk about this app that is like all over my YouTube ads and shit. The Teuida? I don't. Man, if you're gonna make an app, you gotta make me able to say it. But yeah, it's called Teuida or something, and basically it's like saying, you know, you gotta be able to speak Korean. You can't just read Korean. You gotta speak it, and you can't speak it. And if you just read it, you'll never be able to speak it because you have to practice or something. I don't know, something stupid. So it's separated into 10 levels, and each level there's like 10 things or whatever, 10 topics. The last 3 aren't done yet. It only goes up to level 7, which is like shopping adventures. And basically, it sucks. I think this app sucks for a lot of reasons. One, let's go right to the last level. Let's go all the way to the hardest part. Seeking help, lost and found. 가방을 잃어버렸어요. This is level 7 out of level 10. It only goes up to level 10. They're only planning up to level 10. There might be more in the future. I'm not sure how they could ever make like this kind of speaking practice in the future. So 가방을 잃어버렸어요. 잘 모르겠어요. 도와주세요. Literally the most simple thing, stuff you should be able to say your first day in Korea, stuff you should be able to learn. You should be learning like from like a crappy book, and there's no reason that you have to learn it from this. If you look at how long this video is, right in the corner it says 2 minutes and 7 seconds. 2 minutes and 7 seconds, and what am I learning? I am practicing 3 pronunciations, and it would be hard to even call this practicing pronunciation for one reason, and it's because, so I've tried this app. I did the first one and the second one. I actually did the first one twice, because what I wanted to see is when I do it well, and I'm not gonna say that I do it well. I'm gonna say, oh, I did it so well when I did it like me, but I did it with effort, and it gives me A+, and it's not just the first one to make you like want to play it. It's also like the second one and like the rest of them. Well, I didn't do the rest of them obviously, but it's also like the second one. So the first time I did it with my effort, and the second time I was like, 가방을 잃어버렸어. 그러다가 I did it like that, and it still just gave me A+. Like I did it as shitty and like American and like just like total Yank accent as I could, and still it was like A+. Like it's basically giving you like, as long as you're mildly comprehensible, allowing you to be understood. And I'm not sure how it no, yeah, your pronunciation analysis seems to be the same for free and premium, and for free it's not that good. It's shit. It's garbage. And not only that, but premium is, it says $14.99. I think it's just because I live in Canada. It is $21 for 1 month. 1 year prescription is $110. I guess that was the American prices, and they didn't change it so that it will display Canadian prices. Tell me I'm not crazy, but $110 for 도와주세요, learning what 도와주세요 is absolutely garbage. I'm pretty sure they just need money because they got like Nancy on here so that people will click and they'll want to watch. It's like, I'll do it again on screen so that people will see like whether it works just when you do it well or when you do it bad, and like to actually see that it really is crappy. And yeah, so it lets you look at the subtitles, which is Korean and English. You can turn them both off, which is good. Like, I think that you should turn them both off to see if you're really able to hear. Like, I don't think you should be able to look at subtitles, because if you're really wanting to do it like in person, you should be able to do it like that. So in my opinion, they should both just be turned off. Like, why would they ever be on? There's no reason for them to be on. Maybe make a script at the end, but still, like, you should not be able to be checking. And of course, pronunciation with romanization. Very stupid, very useless. What if you go into it? 안녕하세요. So I'm doing it right now. 저는 사샤입니다. 저도 만나서 반가워요. So those are like the three basic things.
Hello, I'm Nancy from Momoland. 안녕하세요 is the most.
Yeah, there's a lesson there. And it's really shitty because each lesson, so learning how to say 안녕하세요, 2 minutes. 저는 미국 사람이에요. 2 minutes. 저도 만나서 반가워요. 2 minutes. We don't need 2 minutes. All we need to know is what it is and how to say it, when to say it. And to be honest, I don't really believe in learning these things like how to be conversational from the beginning, because you don't really need to know. Unless you're living it, you don't need to know how to be conversational from the beginning. It's much better to know why 안녕하세요 is 안녕하세요 instead of just like going right from there. Or 저는 미국 사람이, it's better to know what are the parts, why are they like that, how is it built, and get it from the beginning, that's why I like stuff like HDSK, how to study Korean, which goes right from the beginning up. And it's the best for people who like aren't trying to date or live there or something. But even this is not that good for people who are gonna live there. Like, you could get all these stuff from a phrase book. They're so simple. So let me go in and do it really crappy. 안녕하세요. A+. A+. 안녕하세요. A+.
팬이랑 이렇게 만난 거 처음이에요. 너무 뺀데. 혹시 이름이 뭐예요?
저는 사샤입니다. A+.
만나서 반가워요.
저도 만나서 반가워요. So, like, it's not, like, you can see it gave me be there for, like, when I did 자도 instead of 저도, so it's getting something, but, like, the thing is that it's not really, like, telling you how native you sound, because it can't tell you how native you sound, as long as, like, I could say 반가워요, and it's gonna say 반가워요 when you, like, write it down, but it just sounds like shit. Obviously it sounds like shit. And even worse is the second one, because it is, again, all the lessons are 2 minutes, and you only learn 3 things. You learn 선물이에요, 너무 예뻐요, and 감사합니다. And the clip is 4 minutes long. I have to listen to this lady that I don't like, I don't care about, talk about stupid shit, and I only get to learn 3 things? 3 basic things? It's a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. Like, it's so silly. I don't understand it. And even when you go to like level 7, I'm not gonna give them my money, but I can see what are the things. Yeah, 얼마예요? 너무 비싸네요. 카드 됐나요? It's all that stuff. Like, it's so stupid and so easy. And I just like, and then the next one is like finding your soulmate, which I'm guessing is dating, studying abroad, working in Korea. Even working in Korea, like, this isn't stuff you should have to learn like this. Like, you should be able to know these words and then make them come up in your head. That's just how things work. And then so with this price range, it is insanely expensive, because, so say you learn 3 things. You can learn 3 things, 3 small phrases, which are likely going to be the same phrases repeated over and over again between lessons, but say they're not, and that is 30 things per lesson, and there are 7 lessons, or 7 levels. That is too much math for me to do in my head. 7 times 3, 21, that is 21, 210 things. And that is actually what they, that I think is what they, yeah, that is what they advertised. 200 plus expressions for $14.99 a month. Actually, $20.99 a month if you live anywhere but America. But yeah, it's just garbage. Like, it just sucks. It just sucks. Like, it's not very good. I mean, I know why people are buying this. Because you can see it right here. The second one, expressing love to your K-pop bias. That is the target audience is, you know, K-pop fangirls, and they asked for their mommy's credit card to learn the Korean, or like some kind of 30-year-old single mom who like has too much extra money and, you know, got too far into BTS. It's just garbage. Shit. Please never buy this. Please never buy this. It's so much time for so little learned is kind of the basis of it. And most importantly, you're not learning how to speak. One, if you do anything but turn all of these subtitles and romanization off, you are not learning how to listen to other people and how to understand dictation and stuff like that. A much better app to really teach people how to have a conversation, which would be to teach people dictation. That is like the most important part, and wouldn't even offer those stupid things like subtitles in Korean or in English, either one. So that doesn't help at all. Even if this app had 1,000 expressions, 2,000 expressions, 3,000 expressions, because you're not practicing your listening, and two, because it takes too much fucking time. It takes way too much time. Way too much time. 4 minutes and I'm learning 3 things? That's one thing, like, every 1 minute and 20 seconds. That is so stupid. You know how easy it is to just look up, like, Korean for beginners, download the textbook, skim over it, and you could get all of this probably for free if you find your ways. This is terrible. I also don't think it doesn't actually test your pronunciation, because you're doing it with like a thing that doesn't really test how native you sound or anything like that. It just tests if you're like somewhat understandable. So that's one thing. Not really practicing your speaking because you're just reading something out loud, probably pretty badly. So because of that, like, you're not learning how to form better sentences and form better sentence structures and get your thoughts out and, you know, write something or like anything like that. You're not learning how to do a speech. You're not learning how to like actually put your thoughts out, because you can't really do that unless you can have those thoughts and you're able to understand those long sentences and you're able to work through those in your head, and also with a bit of practice, which you can really only get from either practicing with yourself or practicing with other people. You cannot get this from you can get it from a phone with somebody else, but you can't get it from like a shit app like this, because you're not working on your own thoughts, which is the most important part. I had another point. It's somewhere in my brain. Gotta think about it, so I don't regret putting this up and having more points about how bad it is. Like, say that you learn from this and you're like, fuck, I'm gonna go to Korea, I'm gonna get a Korean boyfriend or something. You're gonna be able to have very, 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 very simple, specific conversations. Very simple, specific conversations. Help me. I lost my bag. I have a dog. This is no better than Duolingo. And if you have the audacity to shit on Duolingo because it's not really getting your practice in, this is no better, probably worse. And then on top of that, you're not really learning anything. Like, there's the lessons, but, you know, if you want to spend 6 minutes per lesson for 3 words, you can do that. But even then, like, you're not learning your grammar, you're not learning your vocabulary. You'll never be able to read a book if this is what your skills consist of. And also, the way they speak is just like, nobody speaks like that. And I know, like, it's so counterintuitive because they're trying to tell you, like, this is how people speak. You gotta learn how people really speak. People aren't gonna speak like they do in the books. They're gonna speak like this, but nobody actually speaks like this, because people actually speak a lot faster and with a lot more things and a lot more mistakes too. People make a lot more mistakes and stuff like that. There's a lot more mumbling. There's a lot more messing up your words. and stuff like that is only really stuff you can practice by seeing people do it, like in YouTube videos or on TV, which is a lot better. But like, you know, they try to split it up between munote and guote, but this is not even guote. This is like somewhere in between of just like shit. It's just shit. And so I'm like all the way over there in the whole video. Fuck. Owie. Ow. But like, it's just shitty. I don't know what to say. It's just so bad. So like, unless you specifically go up to every single person and say, hey, can you speak really slow and with no words that are very interesting, basically as simple as you can you treat me like a child? Can you treat me like a child? No, people, not even like treating you like a child, because people talk to children better than this. People talk to children faster than this. Yeah, you're not, this is not what real life is gonna be like if you decide to do anything interesting. Maybe this is how people talk to you if you're like blonde and blue-eyed, but like, I don't know, this just seems, don't, it's just like, it's a scam. The scam. Yeah, you'll never get fluent from this unless fluent to you is something else and knowing like 7 words and not knowing why they mean what they mean. That's it. Okay, that's it. Goodbye.